Yeah.
Sometimes like, well, I don't want to sell some movies. But...
We think so, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome.
There we go again.
Yeah.
Seems like you never leave.
It seems like it. You know what? Good times for you. You're lucky.
Oh, yeah, really. I can hardly, well, I'm so lucky I could buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So today I wanted to bring us back to the 80s, which is fine. I think we weren't in the 80s the last time, but... and I wanted to pick another movie. Well, first of all, I wanted to pick something that was a little bit short.
Yeah,
short.
a lot shorter.
Yeah, because it's evening, so we want to do something shorter. And also, I wanted to pick something that was really an influential film. And I talked a little bit about a couple of movies that really influenced science fiction and film and pop culture in general that were from the 80s. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those two movies that I'm thinking of. This one is a movie called The Road Warrior.
The what?
Road Warrior.
I think I heard it.
Probably would have.
But I never saw it.
You'll recognize at least the lead, and I will probably tell you who it is in a second here, because this is actually a sequel. We haven't seen the first one, and we're not going to. The first one is kind of a revenge thriller, and revenge movies are fine, but they're not always my favorite. Mad Max, actually, I do really enjoy, but I don't see the need for you to watch it. And I don't see your need to watch it before this one. This one really, that one lays the groundwork, and this one is the payoff, really.
Okay.
Yeah, and plot-wise, they don't really connect much. In fact, the movie, so the first one was called Mad Max.
Right.
And this one was released as The Road Warrior in North America. In the rest of the world, I think it was called Mad Max 2.
Oh, really interesting.
Or Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior in some places. So, the people
couldn't figure out what to call it.
Well, in North America, they were just like, you know what? Nobody remembers Mad Max. There's barely any connection. Let's just...
Wasn't that good anyhow? So...
No, well, it was. It's a good movie, but and it has a lot of good things about it. But everything it does, this movie does better, except for revenge, I guess. But... yeah,
that doesn't do revenge as well.
It's not a revenge film. This one.
Okay.
This is an action adventure.
Oh, okay.
It's a fun movie, and it's an Australian movie.
Oh, okay.
And Mad Max. If you ever want to hear, so the star of this one and the first one is Mel Gibson.
Okay. Yeah.
So 1980, Mel Gibson.
Okay.
If you ever want to hear Mel Gibson do an American accent, you watch the old copy of Mad Max.
Right.
Not because he did an American accent, but because they decided to dub them.
Oh, really?
They dubbed everybody with American actors so that it would be in North America.
Okay, well, I guess that's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's an idea.
Two people got paid for the same show.
That's true. You know
the
what?
Same role.
Yeah. It's an interesting and bizarre.
Good money management, though.
No, it might not be good for the people who made the movie, but I guess the people who did the voices were fine.
Oh yeah.
People who watched it, I think it was one of those movies that I used to buy bootleg tapes from people, and the original version of this is one of the tapes that I bought because I wanted to hear the original voices. It was just silly to me that it wouldn't be.
Yeah, right.
And I think it was also a widescreen version, which is a nice touch of Mad Max, not this one.
Okay.
This one is in its pure form. It didn't get cut and didn't get changed into a different language.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Aussie then, mate.
You got it.
Lots
so
of
make
mate.
sure your hearing aids turned on.
Got the mate going. Yeah.
I can do subtitles if you need. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, The Road Warrior.
All right.
Let's go.
Mad Max 2. I thought it was called.
You know what? It's they've gone back to that title for it on DVD and Blu-ray and everything.
Okay.
You know what? I still consider it The Road Warrior because that's what I saw it as. Like I said, luckily this time it's just the title that's different. The movie didn't get different releases around the world.
Okay. How long is this one, did you say?
Like 92, 96. It's under 100 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do you learn to live again?
So that sort of tells you a little bit about what happened in the first movie there with him losing his family and stuff.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons I didn't think it was important to see the first movie is because they also change, like the whole gas wars, post-apocalypse thing is
Okay.
not really touched on. It's not really a part of the first movie. So I figured we could just skip it.
A toddler board.
Yeah.
Oil pressure. Or fuel.
Or just fuel, yeah. Right in the back, buddy. Snake security.
Hey?
Snake security system.
Oh.
The fool. Service, no. It's too hard for me. But a man of your ingenuity.
Where?
How are you doing on the accents?
A little hard on him. He's screaming too, eh?
Yeah. Talking quickly with an accent and
Yeah.
screaming, yeah.
One way of doing it. Is dog food, I wonder?
It is.
Yeah.
You do what you gotta, I guess.
Meat and vegetables, it said.
Right? So it's good. It's fine.
Got his own wooden spoon, eh?
He's pretty hopeful there. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Better get bitten.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yours now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna try again, are you?
Well, you know,
No.
he lives in hope.
Yep.
Don't leave him anything. A little bit.
Might have got a smidgen.
One for a distraction, and hopefully one of them gets away. Is that what they're trying?
Yeah.
They're not the good guys. Oh, that's why you had those. I was wondering. No deal now.
No.
And it died with him. Get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, seemed kind of obvious. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of a waste of an arrow.
Yeah, don't think what his range is.
Yeah.
The kid came back for his boomerang.
Yeah. That's a nice boomerang. I'd want the back too.
Yeah. I guess you didn't talk, eh?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, maybe. Front through.
The character is credited as feral child.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty feral. It's made a friend.
Drowned or something?
So, yeah, I guess maybe. Max has a friend now.
My vehicle and all the juice I can carry.
Oiling his leg brace there so he can move quieter.
Yeah.
It's good to have friends.
He's still there, eh?
He's dragging it along.
Yep. No water, no food. He's doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to get very far.
No.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
Look in the mirror sometime. No style, no taste. All this time.
Better just run right through him, eh?
Yeah. Not a lot of other options. Oh, his partner. Like it or not, here he is.
Yep. He's got a barber, his own barber.
Yeah, I can't keep up your mohawk otherwise. Got some hard-working stunt drivers in this movie.
Yeah.
Taking a beat. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pistol with a scope.
Yeah. Not too many guns. Nobody's making bullets anymore, so...
Yep.
It wasn't done.
It worked out well, did it?
No. Ooh, there goes the radiator.
The gate!
There we go.
It can take two. Can?
Possibly.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you, but I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Yeah. This deal was to bring it in there, not to drive it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Every bullet. Oh. It's nice when the bullets work. The shells. Yeah. He said shoot the tire, not try and grab it. What the heck, guy? Not an easy turn to make.
Yeah. That speed of, I don't know. Heading back the way he came?
I guess so, yeah.
one left.
Yeah.
One left. Hold on to the leg now, so let him slide off. Good little guy. There he goes again.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Got both their leaders though. Lord Humongous and the Mohawk guy are done.
Yeah.
You see what's going on?
Hmm.
He was the decoy. There was sand in there.
Mm-hmm. Probably blew up on the camp when they blew it up.
Well, they probably put it in the other cars to get away with it, I guess,
Maybe.
much as they could. But he didn't know it.
Yeah, you're right. What he's doing now? How did we get out of that?
Well, he can't fly, but he can.
It went right into the ground, though.
Yeah.
The juice, the precious juice, was hidden in the vehicles.
There you go. So, that was The Road Warrior.
There you go.
Or Mad Max 2, I guess.
Yeah, Max 2.
I think that might be the first time I've seen it under that title. Maybe not. I don't
Okay.
know. I did watch it not
They
too
did
long
call him
ago.
Max once.
Yeah, and he has a last name too because he is the character from the first movie. It's like
right.
Rockafort or Rock. It doesn't really
Yep,
matter, but
yep.
yeah. So pop quiz. You're the pop. Here's your quiz. This should be an easy one because I talked a little bit about it at the beginning. Hopefully, if you're listening to me,
Well, probably not. Probably not.
You know what? That's fair. So what was the apocalypse? What happened?
I have no idea.
What destroyed the world? No?
Hey?
You don't remember what destroyed the world?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it wasn't nuclear war, which is what
Okay.
all the movies that ripped this off were about nuclear wars, post-nuclear, apocalyptic kind of thing. This one is just gas.
What do you want to say? Running out of gas?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like the 70s,
Yeah, okay.
you know, with all the gas shortages.
I almost said that, but it didn't sound like
It could destroy the world?
Yeah.
Coming off of Mad Max, which was made in the 70s, that was the gas shortage time, right? So
Yeah, true enough,
that's
yeah.
sort of what they based it on. But again, at the same time, I don't think it was like Mad Max, the first movie, he was a police officer.
Oh, okay.
So there was a society still, which makes this one very different, which is one of the reasons I didn't feel it necessary to watch that one.
Right.
This one, there's no society left, right? They're hoping
Okay.
to rebuild one.
Okay.
And this one was, as I say, highly influential. That football pads,
Yeah.
armor on the cars, spikes that were welded onto the cars thing became like the sort of low budget thing to do with making movies for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they even took the Red Mohawk guy, and he is a character, or shows up at the very end as like a villain in another movie. The character, played by the same actor, but the character does.
Okay.
In the movie Weird Science, he shows up briefly.
Okay.
Sort of magically brought there.
Yep.
All right, so what did you think of the action in the movie?
I didn't like the movie.
You didn't like the movie?
No.
I'm shocked. Okay. Well,
Yeah, the action, I thought it was going to save it at the end.
Okay.
And it did, sort of, but it got a bit bizarre. It was,
Okay.
it
Now,
was non-realistic to me, even in a theatrical,
Yeah. Okay.
like maybe you said it was a low-budget movie or something. I don't know, but it wandered all over. It's just chaos all the time. I couldn't figure out what was going on.
I was wondering
to
if
start
the
with.
accents bothered you.
Nah,
No,
not
you
really.
could get the dialogue.
There's a
You were
bit of
just
dark
having
stuff in there.
Sure, that was that one scene. and
Yeah, with the kid and that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a major thing.
No.
I just couldn't get into the movie. Didn't
Interesting.
catch me. No, I mean, like I said, it started off, kind of. I thought kind of bizarre. Not really.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out what the hell the plot was. you know, who were the good guys and the bad guys. When that final scene, there was good guys and bad guys, and
Yeah.
the bad guys were dying, I think, and the good guys were dying, and
There was a little bit of all of that.
Yeah, it just didn't catch me.
Okay. Well, you know what? And I guess when I think about it, it kind of makes sense a little bit because it's definitely a movie where like Mad Max is the main character.
Yeah.
But it's been said from the beginning with every movie that he's really like the main character, but he's not developed. Like he's not a character in his own movies.
No.
He's like a like a anti-hero kind of, or like, you know, like he's like the fugitive from the TV show. He wanders into a situation, does some stuff, and then wanders out again. And
Yeah, that maybe that's why I didn't pick up a character to follow or something.
Yeah.
I like the little kid.
Yeah.
But only because he had a small part.
Yeah.
He threw that boomerang. That was, nailed that guy right in the head. That was cool.
Yeah.
And he seemed to be living underground there. So
That was kind of
crawling
fun.
around. That was fairly good. That part was okay.
He was the narrator of the movie too, if you caught that at the end.
He was which?
He was the narrator. He was the guy telling the story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mentions it at the end. He's like, I grew up and became the
I heard
leader,
that,
and
yeah.
and that
Okay.
was
Well, that was him. Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's an influential film. I think a lot of people like it. There's a sequel. There's another one. There's part 3 is Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which I don't know. Other than the bad movie aspects of it, I don't think anybody actually enjoys it for actually being good because it's not.
Yeah.
Tina Turner is the villain in it. Who? Tina Turner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's.
Ike and Tina, eh?
Yeah, well, not Ike. He's
Ike.
not around for this one.
Okay.
but Tina's there, and she sings the theme song, and yeah. But and then years passed, and I think I want to say 2015. So that last movie, Beyond Thunderdome, I want to say was 83, and then in
This one was 81.
Yes, yeah. The first one was I think 79, then 81, and then 83, and then like 2015. So like that was they made another one called Fury Road.
I didn't see that one.
No, and the reason why I'm bringing it up is because it's one that I sort of had on the list, and I know you didn't like this one, so I'm wondering now if that'll be worth watching. Because that one, it has a lot more action.
Well, the action part was probably good.
Yeah.
But even though as bizarre as it was,
Yeah.
I mean, well, I should say unrealistic. I think it went a little too far on that area.
Okay.
It dominated that chase. You know, these people, I don't know, just.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I think one of the reasons people like it is because of all the car damage, obviously, like all sorts of stunts and stuff like that. And I mean, if that doesn't get you, and you don't find the character, well, there isn't really much strong characters, no arc for anybody.
And the story didn't seem to go very well for me.
Yeah, I think it kind
The
of
plot, you know, I mean,
yeah.
there was a very small plot, and they played it out for about an hour and a half.
Yeah. I think it was, and again, it's the difference between you and I, and it's one of the things that I like about the movie is that it kind of has that feel of him wandering into a situation and dealing with it, and a lot of the movie is. Well, like the movie does a good job for me of establishing the world that it's in.
Okay.
So like creating this post-apocalyptic desert wasteland, and a lot of the movie is doing that too. I feel like so instead of plot, it deals with like the location.
Maybe that's just what I don't care about. You know?
Well, that's fair, and I mean, and I think maybe.
It's not my kind of movie.
No, well, that's fair. That's fair. I thought the action would put it over the top, and
It almost did that. But there's one point I thought, but then it got on and on.
Yeah.
I thought the action when they were inside the fort was probably that.
That was the part you liked the most.
Well, that's
when they were
sort of-
defending the fort.
Well, sort of that, and the attacking of it.
Okay.
And that was more realistic to me. That reminded me of the Alamo, of course.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm sure they were going for things like that. It definitely feels like a Western in a way. Like there's certainly, I mean, just a desert location. Obviously, if you're in Australia, desert locations are easy to find.
Yeah, well, yeah. They are on the stage too.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And I noticed at least the vehicles were authentic. Australia drives on the wrong side.
That's right. They do.
I wasn't sure about the semi the first time I saw it, but the second time when he was finally escaping there, that was very
clearly
obvious.
on the other side.
Yeah.
I think the cars in that are definitely the big draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know where we're going to vote. I'm trying to think now. So you liked some of the action when they were defending it. You liked, because that was more, I guess that would be also more plot and character, really. Because it's, once we get, so actually just to go into it, because again, the last movie, Fury Road, is one that a lot of people, Mad Max Fury Road is from like 8 years ago, is one that a lot of people like. And it basically takes that chase at the end of this movie and makes it like 75% of the movie. Now, is that interesting to you or not?
What's the last part? Do you mean the chase?
The chase, where he's riding.
That's 75%.
That's 75% of the movie is them on the run from a bunch of people. No,
no. But that's what I thought was over.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I had to check just to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's all right. We have lots of movies that we can watch.
I'm sure you have
it
a
won't
lot.
have to be. It's funny, and you know what? I think I think you don't have the same taste for anti-heroes that I do. I like the sort of the gray guys, the ones who are not necessarily on the side of good, but are more out for themselves. And I think I feel like you really want to like the main character.
Well, it has to be a good person, I guess.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a bad person.
No, he wasn't, but he had moments, right, where he was thinking of himself. He wasn't going to drive the truck. In fact, he drove away.
Yeah.
And
tried to get away.
It didn't work out so well.
It didn't work out too well either.
No, he never got away from those guys. In fact, the only reason that he survived at the end is because they just turned around and drove away when they saw he didn't have gas.
That's right.
Yeah. But I think I've got more of a taste for anti-heroes, and that movie definitely has that. But yeah, that's okay. That's all right. It's good to know, and it's another piece in the puzzle of finding the best choices for you, which is really what I'm trying to do.
But don't forget, there's an age thing here too. Eh?
Well, I get
my
that.
life is different than yours now, and I didn't grow up in that kind of era either. Some of them I do like, but it's got to be a movie that has something that keep my interest up, and I can believe it, or I want to believe it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I can believe it, but I have to want to believe it.
Yeah. And when you talk about like age and when you grew up, it's funny because I do think that has a lot to do with it, because the Westerns that you grew up with at sort of with Shane, but more afterwards with like Fistful of Dollars, which is the one that was made from Yojimbo, the Clint Eastwood one. That was the turn in, and a lot of movies in the 60s is when they started to do more anti-hero stuff.
Right.
The Westerns turned into a darker sort of more, so I think that was a big change, and you were not watching
a lot of movies
at
in the
that time.
60s either.
Yeah.
Really, and that's probably it. I didn't get a flavor for what was trending at the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know, I must saw some movies. But
We think so, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We think maybe not. I don't know.
I can't remember being a really movie buff.
Yeah, you've seen
I
more
saw
in
probably more on TV than I've ever watched in the theater, or a VCR, or whatever it was.
Well, you've seen more in this last. Well, it's not even been a year yet.
Probably in my life.
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure we've tripled what you've seen in your whole life. Maybe not, because you were a kid and you watched a lot.
Some.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's make it official then.
Okay.
Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. It's an honest opinion.
He goes down.
You know what? And you just your opinion is yours, and it's the right one for you. And you explained why you didn't like it. You can't ask her anything more than that.
Well, you got it.
For sure. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Next movie is going to be a longer one, maybe not a super epic one like Godfather, but something a little bit longer. And I got a few in mind. We'll find something awesome. All right. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
Cheers now.